I took off running as soon as the sun rose and left the Rosio Hotel in Assisi, and the countryside along the way was absolutely gorgeous. You're looking down over the mountain which St. Francis saw every day. Some of the curves in the road were kind of tight, and I had to watch out getting run over for cars, and it wasn't always easy to figure out where I was going with all these signs. And came in through the new gate, the Nuove Porta Nuove, and into the city of Assisi. And the city is beautiful, flowers everywhere, medieval town made with stones and bricks. I came first to the church of St. Clare and went in, and down in the basement is the tomb of St. Clare with her incorrupt body. And also in the church of St. Clare is the original San Damiano cross that spoke to St. Francis, and Jesus said, "Rebuild my church." This is the birthplace of St. Francis, and this is over the place where he lived. And when he started to go out and become serving God, his father didn't like it and chained him up in that prison. And here's his mother who took the chains off him, and his father. And also here's a old Roman building that he would have seen too. And I had to stop here and get my first drink. So I was getting thirsty. I'd already got about 2 miles in, and everything is so beautiful. The tiles, church bell. It's early morning on Monday, and I'm taking my morning run. This time I'm running through Assisi. Beautiful. The town is just waking up. I'm on my way to the Church of St. Francis, which is right there. It's not even open yet. It's going to be a beautiful day for the pilgrims today. I like to go out and scout things out in the morning ahead of time. Make sure I remember all the routes and where the places are and their opening and closing times. There's the Church of St. Francis right there. That's where his body is buried, in the lower level in the crypt. I'll go this way. This is me approaching the Church of St. Francis with the upper church and lower church and then the crypt below. And this is a tree that John Paul II planted, and it has 3 branches like the Trinity. This is the upper church, covered with the story of St. Francis, painted by Giotto way back in probably 1200s. And then this is the entrance into the lower church, and there are 2 main chapels down there, one of which we had Mass in, and this is one, and there was actually a Mass going on at this one at the time I ran through. And I also stopped and took a picture of the tomb of St. Francis here. And then looking back, I took this picture as I ran out of St. Francis Church, beautiful, magnificent church, back through the beautiful streets of Assisi. And the buildings are just so quaint. It's hard not to take pictures everywhere of this place. And then came to the Church of St. Peter, a very old church, not very fancy inside, but kind of very austere. And the outside parts of it too are very beautiful. And again, everywhere flowers. These people take great pride in flowers and in signs so that you know where you're going, or at least you can try to figure out where you're going, especially when you're running. These are more of the streets of Assisi as I ran through. And then as I'm running back out of the city, looking back down over the valley, that's where the Church of San Damiano is, and the little Porta Uncula where that St. Francis was going to repair. And then as I got closer, I ran past our double-decker bus that was parked in front of our hotel, and Luca was already up this early checking the luggage and making sure everything was organized. It was a great run, and I can't wait to go back and run there again sometime.